Hello everyone, Sungetkoge here, and today we have a bit of some upsetting news for those trying to buy a Nintendo Switch 1 in Canada. Now before I start to break the bad news to you guys, it was my birthday today. I wanted to cover the news earlier, but I was busy with my birthday, and I just got back from getting birthday presents and eating dinner. But I'm back and I'm ready to record this video to report this pretty upsetting news. So let's get started. So if you haven't heard, Nintendo made an announcement earlier regarding price updates for the Nintendo Switch 1, the original Nintendo Switch family of systems. And we're going to read what they put out in their statement. Nintendo Switch pricing update. Pricing for the original Nintendo Switch family systems and products in Canada will change based on market conditions. These include Nintendo Switch OLED model, Nintendo Switch Lite, physical and digital Nintendo Switch games, and Nintendo Switch accessories. Other Nintendo products, including Amiibo and Nintendo Switch Online memberships, will also experience price changes. So yeah, unfortunately for our neighbors up north, you're going to be seeing a Nintendo Switch 1 price increase if you've been wanting a Nintendo Switch. And that includes the Amiibo and the Switch Online subscription services. So I'm really sorry. But let's continue. Please note, this pricing change does not apply to Nintendo Switch 2. So the good news is that the Switch 2 itself will not be getting its price increased. At least for now. It does not apply to the Nintendo Switch 2 system, accessories, and software. Pricing information specific to the Pricing information specific to the Canadian market will be shared at www.nintendo.com/en/Canada/store on August 1st. So you won't know until August 1st for the new price changes. Now, my thoughts on this. Yeah, this is quite upsetting for people in Canada that want a Switch 1 because they couldn't afford the Switch 2, because Switch 2 is an already expensive console. It costs more in Canada. And it's really upsetting to see price changes there. Now, I should mention this is only affecting Canada because a global trade war between the US and Canada is in effect, with tariffs on Canada and tariffs on the US from Canada. Yeah, tariffs suck. That's all I'm saying. Now, as to why I think they didn't increase the price for Switch 2, this is my opinion, but I think, well, there could be two reasons. It could be because Canada is getting Switch 2 units directly from Vietnam, because that's where Nintendo Switch 2 units are being manufactured at. And or because Switch 2 is already an expensive console, like I just said. I mean, I still don't have a problem with the price. That's priced currently in the US. But if Nintendo were to raise prices for Switch 2 in Canada, it could cause a lot of backlash, and I don't think they want to deal with that. And they didn't announce any price increases for the US, which is good. Well, at least for now. I think the step with China and the US are calming down. Well, I wouldn't say calm, but stabilize a bit. They were able to get a deal in. So Nintendo could shift production back to China for Switch 2 units. So we don't have to worry about any price increases for Switch 2. And most people in Canada who want a Switch 1 probably already have one already, so this is probably not a bad thing. What is bad is the Nintendo Switch Online prices. Yeah, they obviously we don't know what the prices will be until August, but I don't think it's going to be low. Now, it could be low. It could be a $5 or $10 increase, but realistically, it could be higher than that. I don't know. I'm not an economist guy. I don't pay attention to that stuff. I should, but I don't really get into politics. I don't want that on my channel. But I wanted to make this video so you guys should know about the news, especially those in Canada. I'm sorry you have to deal with these price increases. I really am. And let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Sunga Koga. I will see you guys next time. Bye!